Hello and welcome back to my mini series about moving to India. My name is Prerna. If you've not watched my previous videos about moving to India, I urge you to watch those videos before hopping on to this one. When I decided to make this mini series, this topic was not on my list at all. But after I published my first video, so many people reached out to me with almost the same question. Prerna, we are considering the move in July or August or September of 2021. What do you think? Should we move during the pandemic? The short answer to this question is that unfortunately, I cannot make this decision for you. This has to be a decision between you and your partner and your close family members. But what I could help you with is, from my own experience, I could give you a few pointers to consider so that you could weigh in and see where you are in the moving process and then make a good decision for yourself. If you plan to move in September or October or even later in 2021, we cannot really tell what the situation is going to be at that time. We don't know if the third wave is coming or how good or bad is it going to be. What we know is hopefully many people will be vaccinated by that time. Now India is a huge country with a large population, so it will take quite a few months to get everybody vaccinated. The vaccination drive is going pretty well and they are working pretty fast to get everybody vaccinated, and most of the people around us should be vaccinated by that time. So after you land at the airport or when you take a taxi to go to your hometown, people around you should be vaccinated, and hopefully you are vaccinated and you are safe from the virus. I know many people who landed in India, who moved back to India right in the prime of the pandemic in March or April or May of 2020. Now, unfortunately, a few of them haven't even reached their final destinations. Some of them are still hanging out at their mother's places or their in-laws' places and haven't moved to where they really intended to move in India. Now that is quite a frustrating experience for them. So we don't want to begin our move with a frustrating experience and get convinced that we don't like it here and we should go back. I remember when we were planning to move to India, one of my husband's mentors gave a simple thumb rule to us. He said that if you have lived abroad for say 12 years, you should give at least equal number of months in India to settle yourself. So for example, if you have lived abroad for say 12 years, you should give it at least 12 months for you and your family to settle down in India, which means getting used to people in India, getting used to the environment in India, and so on and so forth. And during the pandemic, this number could be a little higher too. So we don't want to be caught in that situation where the beginning of a move is frustrating for us. This decision of moving to India during the pandemic should be considered wisely so that we don't get stuck here. I think the most important consideration is the job. I don't know if the job market is really good at this time in India, but I hope since you're moving to India, your jobs, at least one partner's job, is already sorted out. The next important consideration is, where are you going to live? Do you have your own place? Do you have a place where you could move in directly after you land in India? Now, why I'm saying this is because when we moved to India, we didn't have a place to live. We had a temporary location for 15-20 days, and from there we used to look for rental houses every single day. In the current situation, we cannot do that. It's not wise to go out and meet with agents and go to different societies and become exposed to different people. So it's better if you have a house and it's ready for you. Is sometimes you buy a property and then you give it up for rent and then think ki chalo jab when we'll move, we'll maybe redo the flooring or redo the bathroom or redo the kitchen, etc. If you have already redone it, or if you're okay living with the current situation of the house, it's the best thing to do, so you don't have to go to 4 different places or 10 different places looking for a house. If you have kids, do you have support system? Do you have parents who could come and help you, who live nearby, or could they travel to help you out? During these times, it's a little risky for even parents of people of that age group to travel a lot. So how is that situation? Do you have that covered? kids' schools covered? Do you have admissions already? Because again, most of the schools are closed and most of the schools are doing online classes this year also. So going to different schools is again exposing yourself to a lot of different people. Although they are saying that the pandemic situation is improving in India, it's still not wise to just go out without any reason. So if you have your job sorted, if you have your house situation sorted, and if you have kids or if you need parents' support, if they can come to help you, and if the school admission for your kids is sorted, I think it's pretty okay to move. I am shooting this video in June of 2021, so once you move, you can definitely get internet, you can definitely get your phones in India. The shops have opened up. I know electricians and plumbers have started working again, and societies are allowing them to come in to set up things for you. The bird nets, the safety nets if you're on a higher floor, that's being allowed. So these things could be taken care of. Some basic furniture, electronic appliances could be ordered online, or once you go out, you can just finish all of those things. This is just a task of 1 or 2 days. Also, it's worth remembering that the cargo that you shipped from the US will take about 3 or 4 months to reach. So you have to pack really well the things that you bring with yourselves in the flight. In our case, suppose we didn't find 1 or 2 things, we could just go out and buy those things even before the cargo came. In this situation, it is very important that you pack everything that you will probably need in next 3-4 months until your cargo arrives, so you don't have to go out for every little thing for shopping. Having said that, I think this is a very important decision that should be made very wisely, and if you're not comfortable, if you think that it's a little risky to move during this time, I don't think it's going to hurt to hang out in the US for a few more months. It's okay, enjoy the weather there. US has mostly opened up, it was never locked down, and you can always come back once the situation subsides here. Do not rush. I think this decision needs to be made wisely. I hope this video helps you in making the right decision for your family. Thank you, and stay tuned for my next video.